And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to stop being clingy, how to stop being needy in a relationship. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be releasing more and more videos like this every week in response to your questions about relationships, communication, and empowering yourself to be able to create the love that you want in your life. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a question that I received from one of you guys around a specific situation with a guy, and I'll go into how to stop being clingy and how to stop being needy in my response. So the question was, I'm seeing a guy and find that generally our texts flow rather organically, that my texts match the size, frequency of his, definitely something I'm aware of since I used to for sure overload previous people. And we do have sexual banter, and he does initiate sometimes. However, sometimes he just straight up won't text me for days. Since he is normally the first person to text me in the morning and throughout the day, I find that when he does this radio silence for a day or two, I get really worried and spend the time constantly checking my phone and getting freaked out. So my question is, what do I do in this situation? How do I break these unusual periods of silence without coming off as needy? Well, I'll answer this question in just a couple different ways. I'll address, there's 2 or 3 parts to it. And the first part is I get really worried when he doesn't text. And the first place to work is actually on that worry that is being generated from him not texting. And if you don't address that and you take action from this place of being worried, well, that's actually one sure way to come off as needy, because you cannot cloak the intentions or the energy behind where you're communicating from. So if you're worried about him not texting and then you're taking action from that place, you're actually subtly and inadvertently injecting fear and worry into the relationship, and he's going to feel that one way or another. Now, how you address that worry is to begin to expand your view of what's actually happening. If you feel like you've got tunnel vision with a specific guy or a partner and you're worrying that you might lose it, that he's backing away from you, the more that you can allow that to happen and actually breathe through it and be comfortable with the person pulling away a little bit, the higher the chance that they're actually going to come back and reinitiate. See, with men in particular, men move incredibly slow, much slower than women when it comes to emotions. And when a woman can respect this and understand that and see that a guy's got to move at his own pace in order to feel comfortable, then rather than her bringing in her self-doubt and her worry and questions of like, where is this going, she actually gives the guy the gift of being able to lead the interaction and for her to fully stay in the mode of being the feminine and the receiver of the information. Now, I know that's easier said than done, and there are some situations in which if the guy's moving too slow, well, then it's time to evaluate whether or not this is a dynamic that you want to be a part of. And if there is a mismatch in values, if you're wanting more out of the relationship than he's wanting, then you've got to decide whether or not you want to stay in it or whether you want to move on and find someone that is actually more in line and more interested in going deeper with you. Now, if you're at a place where you are wanting to take things deeper with the guy and you feel that these moments of radio silence for a couple days do charge up your nervous system a bit and you're getting worried, it might be worth having a conversation with him about that. And it wouldn't be from necessarily a place of fear, but it would be a conversation maybe over the phone or in person. And it could just be something as simple as, I love texting you. And sometimes I get concerned when I don't hear from you for a couple days. I think that aliens kidnapped you, or I feel like maybe you got thrown in a van with a bag over your head and taken away. And now what's interesting about that is you are actually being able to state your concern. You're able to get something out that's in you, the impact it's having on you, and you're able to wrap it in a little bit of a joke or in some humor. And that way it goes down easier and it takes the pressure off of him to have to necessarily do anything different as an obligation, but rather it's an invitation for him to do something different and maybe contact you because he's realizing that the communication you're giving him is one where you would like to have more consistent text with him, and you're being able to state that. Now, the second part of this of like how to not come off needy, how you make sure that you don't come off needy is you embrace the fact that you have needs. See, being needy and coming off needy is actually a result of not feeling like you have a right to speak your needs into the space between two people, between you and somebody else. And this neediness it arises, it surfaces from all of the things that you do to compensate for not feeling like you have a right to express your wants and desires into the relationship. So, for example, if I feel like I want more attention from you, and I'm wanting you to know that without me actually telling you, think about how long I'm going to be in a state of need when I'm in communication with you, right? How long am I going to have this need kicking around in my head, trying to find ways to express itself in the relationship, but never actually truly coming to the surface? So that keeps me in this state of perpetual need with you because I don't have the courage to actually just speak it out and say, hey, look, I would like to see you more often, and I'm wondering how you feel about that. And that takes courage, but it gets you out of this realm of being needy because you've expressed it, and now you can let go of that need because you've given it to the other person to evaluate and decide whether or not it's something that they can do or want to do. And that's powerful, it's respectful, and it is mature communication in a relationship. So everything that I said in this video, it's not the truth, it's just a perspective. It's a way of approaching relationships and communication in relationships in a way that may empower you and give you real access to be able to get what you want out of a relationship and be the person that you want to be in relation to another. If you're looking for more tips, more secrets, I call them secrets because not everybody knows them. I've got a guide on my website called The 8 Secrets to Create a Rock Solid Relationship that you can click on the link below, go to my website, type in your email, and I will send it straight to your inbox. Comment below, subscribe to the channel again. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.